Welcome to the final portion of our four-part series on Eastern Europe. Today we'll discuss marketing and environmental factors. Returning to our program for the final portion of our series, international correspondents Jessica, Mary, Mike, Lydia, and Tricia. Here's a brief look at the topics that will be discussed in today's program. And we begin with a market snapshot of the Czech Republic. U.S. businesses currently with a presence in country are companies like Honeywell, Motorola, Rockwell Automation, Computer Associates, and the like. What attracts them most is the well-educated and skilled labor force in the Czech Republic. Other things like favorable labor costs, attractive lifestyle, and the central location within Europe are all advantages for beginning and developing business in the Czech Republic. With the advantage of a skilled labor force, multinationals are running a lot of Czech R&D centers, design centers. Their scientists are well known worldwide for their discoveries, and their key focus areas are on aerospace, business services, information communications technology, as well as nanotechnology, all heavily scientific in nature. And with regard to U.S. direct investment, that has played a significant role in the Czech's productivity, with the U.S. in 2015 being the third largest non-European investor in that country. U.S. companies continue to increase their investments, as you saw before. Perhaps the skilled labor force and the Center for Design are very advantageous to U.S. companies, especially those in technology. And at the end of the day, it also offers a wonderful opportunity with regards to cross-border trading, as the World Bank considered the Czech Republic to be number one in 2018. With regards to the presence or the structure of relationships for U.S. companies, joint ventures are less popular, and there's not enough sort of legal foundation or development within regulatory elements of the government. But there are things such as contractual joint ventures, equity joint ventures that also are able to fill the gap there. Leading sectors for the U.S. investment in the Czech Republic are centered around things such as energy, info technology, and scientific equipment. In terms of truly opportunistic business development, information technology, software development, life sciences, energy sector, and transportation are all truly opportunistic for foreign companies to invest in. On the flip side, those that are quite a challenge are the glass industry and the service sector. And with regards to the relevance of business environmental factors covered to date, some of the highlights that stand out here: the political environment is quite stable without turmoil, and increasingly efficient modernization of banking and credit systems really truly support foreign business development, as well as highly educated and skilled workforce and proven cross-border trade opportunities. And the culmination of the aforementioned leads to really good scores when it comes to risk assessment in country and the business climate rating. Next, we take a look at Hungary and the market snapshot there. And it's evident the U.S. business presence in country, Bloomberg, IBM, Alcoa, Morgan Stanley, and Ford, just to name a few. And with regards to U.S. firms, 1,700 of them are doing business in Hungary, employing over 100,000 people. And prevalent U.S. product and service areas include the automotive industry, communications, and pharmaceuticals. And although foreign direct investment is up in Hungary, with the U.S. being the fifth largest direct investor in the country, there are some clouds forming. And countries such as Germany and the United Kingdom have actually divested more than they have invested recently. And there's some interesting development with regards to the demographic decline within country and the slowing progress of education, which is impeding crucial structural transformation. And with regards to the nature of U.S. business and the relationships that are formed there, predominantly franchises stand out. There are currently 400 in operation within Hungary, and the hamburger chains such as McDonald's seem to be king of those franchisors, with almost 100 stores in country. Yet there seems overwhelming opportunity with regards to automotive, electronics, housing, railways, and customer call centers, just to name a few. Some of the real challenges with regards to business development are centered around public transportation, post offices, and services. And although there is potential room to grow in research and development, the U.S. no longer views Hungary as a destination for production facilities. In addition, some real headwinds here. Hungary is reverting back to an authoritarian state, according to the European Parliament. There's a bit more political unrest and uncertainty, and the economic future faces challenges with aging population as well as infrastructure. And although the risk assessment here, dated from 2017, seems advantageous, we believe that the markers have moved up closer to just being over the acceptable rate on both fronts, especially due to the political unrest and the direction of the country more recently. Now let's move on to a market snapshot of Romania. U.S. business presence is evident in Romania with big names Microsoft, Oracle, AIG, McDonald's, Philip Morris, Colgate-Palmolive, Saatchi & Saatchi, one of the big marketing advertising firms. In addition to that, really the facts driving this development is Romania was just confirmed as the fastest growing economy in the EU in 2017. And so with that, American firms, as you can see, have been investing in the country. So where is this investment taking place? Well, consumer goods, software, pharmaceuticals, and some of the best prospects for U.S. companies are really in the agricultural, defense industry, information communications technology, as well as transportation. So with all that, the U.S. has become the 5th largest foreign direct investor in Romania. And much of that is really on the back of a joint declaration or more holistic sense of developing deeper relationships between the U.S. and Romania with key investments directed towards banking and finance infrastructure as well as communications and manufacturing. And when it comes to the nature of U.S. business presence and relationships, Romania offers a very supportive environment, guaranteeing free access to domestic markets. They allow foreign investors to participate in privatizations. There is no limit on foreign participation in commercial enterprises. Also, foreign investors are entitled to establish wholly foreign-owned enterprises, and foreign firms are allowed to participate in the management and administration of their investment. And the truly opportunistic areas within Romania are taxation services, defense, energy, transportation, and agricultural products, just to name a few, although there are some challenges with regards to entry into any public authorities, central government ministries, municipalities, and that sort of thing. And although the business environment is good, there are a few things to be mindful of. That's the bureaucratic and legal processes being slow. Poor infrastructure continues to kind of weigh on business costs, and connections to the rest of the EU due to transportation infrastructure that needs development continues to be a challenge. And underscoring all this is a good score with regards to country risk rating and business climate. And now a look at Russia. And although at times challenging, there are some big names with a presence in Russia. Johnson & Johnson, Ford, PepsiCo, and Alcoa, just to name a few. And predominantly, why Russia? Well, it's the largest country geographically, the 7th largest domestic market, and the 6th largest economy in the world. And where do these U.S. companies focus? Well, agricultural technology, raw materials, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, and aviation are just a few of the areas that expand for U.S. companies within Russia. Unfortunately, though, U.S. direct investment in Russia is tiny relative to other countries, with only about 1% going into Russia. Overall, foreign direct investment has decreased 14% in 2018, and their main investing partners are a bit sketchy when you look at Cyprus, Luxembourg, Bahamas, and Bermuda. The United States continues to investigate allegations of mistreatment for discrimination against U.S. investors, and Russia has yet to ratify a bilateral investment treaty signed with the U.S. in 1992. And as far as the nature of the business or relationship, companies or individuals can become strategic partners with Russian firms. However, minority shareholders could face difficulty protecting their interests. There are inherently complex challenges faced by many of these companies. Franchising operations, however, on the other side, are having success. When companies get through the regulatory and government issues, opportunities exist within transportation, communications, aeronautics, distribution, but significant challenges are still there with regards to distribution of water, electricity, rail transportation, postal services, or telephones. Other business environmental factors are really creating issue here. Sketchy business partners in country, fear due to lack of trust in government, lack of transparency, and a dependency on hydrocarbon economy that offers a volatile potential outlook for the future. The culmination of this has Russia scoring on the other side of being an acceptable risk. And so Team 3 would like to share with you our #1 international business opportunity and our alternative business investment worthiness score, taking into consideration all 4 episodes. And the Czech Republic comes out in front by a rather wide margin. As you can see, most of the gold awards afforded them. And on the flip side, Russia bringing up the rear with regards to opportunity. This concludes our series on Eastern Europe, and we want to thank you for spending your time with us and wish you all the best of luck with your future investment.